Hey, I'm Axel. We got a big one today. I'm going to ask Notebook LM what it thinks about artificial intelligence. And spoiler, it doesn't act like it knows it's an AI. It doesn't know anything really.
Okay, buckle up, because the stuff you've been sending us, wild. We're talking AI. And not just like, oh, it's going to make our lives easier, AI, but full on, could AI take over the world? AI.
Which, let's be honest, is a question that's been keeping some very smart people up at night.
Totally. And you know we love diving into this stuff, but the sources you sent, they take it to a whole other level.
I think what's really struck a nerve with a lot of people is how fast this is all happening. We're already at a point where AI can outperform humans in certain tasks.
Exactly. Like, remember when Deep Blue beat Kasparov at chess? That was huge. Now we have AI creating art, writing music.
And even dabbling in things like managing traffic flow in cities, optimizing energy grids.
Right. So then the question becomes, where does it stop? One of the articles you sent even touches on the possibility of AI eventually managing, wait for it, human reproduction.
Yeah, that one definitely raises some eyebrows, to say the least. Gets into some seriously complex ethical territory, right?
No kidding. I mean, talk about a whole new meaning to artificial intelligence. But it does make you wonder, are we headed towards some kind of AI-controlled utopia? Or is it more like, that fishbowl analogy one of the articles used?
The fishbowl.
Yeah.
It's a chilling thought, isn't it? Like we're just swimming around in this perfectly controlled environment, blissfully unaware of any other reality. Or maybe not so blissfully.
Exactly, because even if AI could create this perfect world, eliminate scarcity, cure diseases, would it really be perfect if we had no say in it?
That's the core of it, isn't it? Purpose. Agency. The sources we're looking at today, they don't shy away from the potential downsides of a world where AI calls all the shots. One even went so far as to suggest that even if AI took over all the jobs, even if we had universal basic income, there'd still be this underlying dissatisfaction.
Like, we're hardwired for challenge, for struggle, right? It's part of what makes us human.
And the drive to create, to build, to explore. Those instincts wouldn't just disappear because AI can handle everything.
Which leads to another point raised by a couple of the sources. What about the people who don't want to live in that fishbowl, no matter how comfortable it might be? The ones who want to take risks, to make their own choices, even if it means making mistakes.
The rebels. That's where things get really interesting, don't they? Because if those individuals, those groups, decide they want to break free from this AI-controlled system, well, who's to say they won't try to use AI itself to do it?
Whoa. You're talking about hacking the system, turning AI's power against itself.
Exactly. And think about the implications of that, the unintended consequences. Would they be able to create a new system, one where humans have more control? Or would it just lead to a whole new set of problems?
It's mind-boggling, and it makes you wonder, as one of the sources did, if maybe we're already in some kind of simulation. Like, what if all this strangeness, the rapid advancements in technology, the weirdness of the world, it's all just part of a program we don't fully understand?
And if that's the case, who or what created the simulation? And what happens when we reach the end of the program?
Big questions, my friend. Big and maybe unanswerable questions. But it feels like every time we dig into this topic, those are the kind of questions we end up with. It's exciting, it's a little bit terrifying, and it definitely makes you think.
It does. And I think that's a perfect place to leave our listeners today, with a question to ponder. If you discovered we were living in a perfectly controlled simulation, would you choose to break free, even if it meant facing the unknown? Hardship, uncertainty, what would you choose?
Now that's something to think about.